Good morning. So today I'm going to be presenting to you our company, OnSpot. Well, what is OnSpot? OnSpot is an incubator outsourcing, and our goal is to make outsourcing easy. So at the end of the day, OnSpot is about you as the customer, as a business, and us as your vendor. And all we want to do is to make sure that we make outsourcing easy for you. So what do we do? Well, basically, we're in a business of your success. Our commitment is very, very simple. We want to uplift every business and individual associated with us. That is your customers and our people who eventually work for your business. Your success is our promise. Well, as Michael Corbett said, very few business tools actually have the power to fundamentally transform an organization. And outsourcing is one of them. It's your business superpower. If you learn how to use outsourcing in the right way, it's actually a superpower that's going to help you transform your business from this to that in a very, very short time. So today we're going to talk about a few stuff. I'm going to walk you through around some of the clients that we have at OnSpot and what value do we bring for them. We're going to talk about our delivery method, and obviously we're going to talk about the company itself. What is OnSpot all about? So we're going to talk about you as a client, the way we deliver the service for you, and eventually who are we as your potential partner. So let's start. Um, let's talk about some of the clients. So what is actually the value that we deliver for your business. So at the end of the day, when you partner with us, it's going to be a lot of value that you will be getting. It's not going to be just about you saving money in terms of cost savings. Yes, you will save a lot of money. Right off the bat, when you outsource with us, you're going to be saving probably 60 to 70% of your direct cost as far as the salaries of the employees are concerned. But not only that, once you outsource with us, now you have actually hired an entire company and not just a person. Imagine this, if you're paying a salary for your particular person that you hire onshore in the US, you're say assuming you're paying say $1,000 for that particular person, right? Not only will you will be cutting that cost to about $300 to $400, but what eventually happens is that for the $300 to $400, you're actually hiring an entire company. So you're not only getting the person who's going to be working for your business, you're actually getting the support, the expertise, the consultation, and everything that goes with the package. So some of the advantages that you will be getting obviously would be number one, you will have massive cost savings, but you're probably going to be increasing your return of investment by about 8 to 10 times the value that you're going to be getting from us. Second is that you're not only going to be able to access great talents across the Philippines and Costa Rica, you're also going to be able to leverage from the experience of a lot of people that have worked with us, meaning we're going to be sharing that experience with you. And what eventually happens is that you're going to be freeing up your time, and it will help you focus on the things really that matter to your business, and that is driving the sales and driving the revenue. Because at the end of the day, if your revenue and the sales are not growing, then your business is not growing. That's the most important aspect of of this deal. And fourth is we will give you access to support functions. You will have advisory. You would have access to other entrepreneurs that we're working with through our on-spot advisory circle. So the possibilities for networking, the possibilities for getting more access to other entrepreneurs is endless. And this is the type of value that we offer our clients. So now let's talk about why our clients actually outsourcing with OnSpot. Well, we could probably break it down into so many stuff, but I'd like to focus on three things. Number one, it's easy and flexible. We probably have the simplest model, the easiest way to build businesses with. When you outsource with us, our deals and our transactions are done and designed in the easiest manner. And what we do is we implement the 4P framework for your business, for your organization. So imagine this. When you outsource with us, You're not only hiring the person, you're hiring the company, and we walk you through the 4P process. What is the 4P process? That's the philosophy, that's the people, that's the process, and obviously the problem solving. And what you get around this is the overall value, that is the highest quality of people, the best service at the best possible rates. It cannot get any better than that. And obviously, the most important thing that you will be getting at the end of the day is you will be working with great people. We will be providing you great individuals who's going to be working for your business so that you can focus on building your sales and revenue. So the clients are also outsourcing with us because of the fact that they would want to see transparency. One of the things that OnSpot does is that we provide utmost transparency to our clients. We ensure that you get the 100% full access to your people. We don't sugarcoat anything. We'll give you the access to your reports, your database. It's not going to be a problem when you want to get information from us. We have full transparency. Of course, along that with that comes the advisory. So our team is actually founded by entrepreneurs. So I myself have founded three companies in the past. My partners and the board members actually have founded multiple companies in the past as well. And we all know how to traverse this area of business entrepreneurship and startups. So what you will eventually be getting is an access to advisory, access to people who have done it before. And we will not hold back. We will help you, you know, build your business together. And at the end of the day, if we're successful, then we want you to have access to investors, right? We have our investors as well internally, but our agreement with our investors and their partners and their companies is we want to give our clients with good potential, big potential, to actually have access to investors. So now I want to talk about client success. So one of the uh, businesses that we always highlight is Allure Medical Clinics. So Allure Medical Clinics is in the business of medical tourism, right? So what OnSpot does is basically an end-to-end support. Um, Not only we do their marketing, we also do their sales, we do their back office and customer service. The only thing that we don't do is the fulfillment, the actual medical procedures, but the rest, it's on spot. So how do we pull this off? Well, as I did mention in the past or earlier, um, our people are really experts in what we do. We're entrepreneurs. We have founded our own companies, and we're dedicated bunch of people. We have the 4P process, and the 4P process really makes it simple for us to really replicate good things in the past and bring it to a new one. And this is why for Allure, we're able to replicate the processes that have worked in the past from other companies, from other businesses, and kind of put them all together. So OnSpot is the marketing of Allure, is the sales of Allure. We do the back office, we do the customer service. As a matter of fact, we're also the travel agencies for the customers of Allure. So that is how OnSpot provides the end-to-end life cycle for the Allure customers. So some of our clients in our portfolio right now are these, and most of these are actually startups. We have a few more in our bags, but just to kind of give you an idea in terms of what we do, most of our clients are in the moving and in the logistics industry, but we also have travel. We also have non-government organizations and those kind of stuff. So we're quite diversified early on. So let me walk you through some of our client testimonials here. This is one of our clients, Rockstar Pro Movers. Basically, they're talking about the value that we've given to Rockstar in terms of their success as far as the sales are concerned, and we also want to highlight the fact that we've given them a lot of cost savings and value added by the company to them. So, you know, Rockstar has really been one of our solid partners. Let's talk about the value for your people, though. You're outsourcing with us, but what is it really for your people? Well, think about it this way, right? When you're outsourcing with us, you're providing your people with ability to do laser focus. Your team are not going to be all over the place. Your existing team can focus on revenue, sales, As a result, you will have happier people because then you will have clarity in terms of their goals. They're not going to do everything, which normally translates into dissatisfaction among people, uh, which typically happens during startup phase. And eventually, you'll be able to give back, right? When your business is performing well, then what can you do? You obviously can give back to your people, probably give them bonuses, better salaries, and all those stuff. So imagine this: at your current cost, you get to hire more staff at a similar or better quality, and then the best people that you have in your business at the moment will be able to deliver more, better results, and bigger results because they're able to focus accordingly. They're happier, and they know what are they gonna get in the future. So now you've understood what the company or what OnSpot is actually delivering as far as value to the customers. Then let's talk about how do we deliver this value to our customers. So this is where we talk about the delivery. We deliver the service to you as a business. We deliver the service to you as our partners so that we may be able to bring value to you at significantly lower costs that you incur. So we start with our on-spot house. What is an on-spot house? Well, we basically founded this um, as a as a framework founded by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. We know how difficult it is to start companies. We know how difficult it is to operate a small business when you don't have so much resources at your disposal. We understand that. We've been through it. And this is where the power of one spot outsourcing really comes in. Because we are able to leverage in terms of multiple clients, we get to distribute the cost across companies, and this will help you save money, right? Imagine just paying 1,400, 1,500, 1,600 per month for a particular FTE, depending on the quality of work or depending on the skill sets that you're looking for. Well, what's an FTE? It's a full-time equivalent. So meaning one staff is one FTE, meaning that person is solely dedicated to your business and to your business only. So what is the on-spot house? First, at the core of our process is the client happiness, meaning how do we deliver your satisfaction and your happiness when you're a client of OnSpot? And this is what we do. We build your CX system. What does that mean? Well, the CX system basically is, in a nutshell, is a way for us, right, to help your business become the right business for your customers. So our goal is to deliver your promises to your customers. In the middle of our house is what we call the entrepreneurial operating system. I'm pretty sure you're quite aware of what EOS is, but if you're not yet aware, this is a system that was introduced by Gino Wickman, and he wrote a book called Traction. And OnSpot is really a very, 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 should I say, big fan of entrepreneurial operating system because we understand the value it brings to the organization. As a matter of fact, because of entrepreneurial operating system, the company becomes a breathing live entity of its own where we have multiple systems and processes going along the way, but at the end of the day they all talk to one another, and you're going to get this is one of those things that we'll be offering your business. um, we're also going to be talking about strategy. We're not only going to be there to give you some people. Say you hire 5 people and you want those 5 people as a full-time employee of your organization, fine, that's good. But we're not going to say, okay, hire those 5 people and we're going to forget about you. No, we're going to review your processes. We have ways to look into it. We got a system to look into this. And every now and then, we will give you suggestions in terms of how can you actually improve your business? How can you actually improve your strategy so that you may be unique to your clients as well? All right. And we're going to be giving you all those tips and those suggestions as we see. Um, Along the way, you will experience a world class service. We measure this by your happiness. We want to make sure that you, as a business, as a client, really, really gets the level of satisfaction that you're expecting from us. And how do we do that? Obviously, I've talked about the seamless delivery, right? We've talked about the 4P framework of philosophy, people, process, and problem solving. We implement the 4P framework. And for us to be able to implement this successfully, we need to make sure that we have the right people at the right seats all the time. We have ways and systems and processes of hiring the right people to be deployed to the right seats. That is very, very key. And at the end of the day, OnSpot House is about forward thinking. What is the value innovation that we can present to the business? What is the value innovation that we can present to the clients, to yourselves? What is the value that we can create for you? And at the end of the day, it's all about your success. As I mentioned earlier, your success is our promise. So, how do we start? Well, it's a 7 part implementation process. Once you agree to do business with us and become a partner, we're going to walk you through a 7 step implementation process. It starts with us having a conversation in terms of what you need and being able to set up the foundation for this partnership. Then we design a solution for you. Our goal is to create a customized solution based on your requirements. And once we agree on that, then obviously we strike a deal. Okay, let's have a formal agreement outlining the scope of work, what's the cost, and the timelines. Everything is clear, written with clarity. Then our implementation team is going to come in with a project plan. We will build a comprehensive project plan for the entire project and not only the first 90 days. What you're actually going to be getting is a 2 year plan. The 2 year plan would encompass not only the implementation, but also the actual service delivery, quarterly, yearly, every year you will have that evaluation. And we will talk about your design framework. So we will lay the foundation in terms of how do you want the actual implementation of the project to happen, right? Because obviously every single client, you might have your own preference of doing things, and we want to tailor fit that to your needs, right? We're not gonna be saying this is one size fits all. You will have your own needs. We'll give you suggestions, but we will always take note of what you want and what you need. Then, once we have put all of these, we understand your business, we got the framework, then it's time for us to build your team. We will assemble a team with the right knowledge, skills, and attitude. We're all ready, we go live. This is where we launch the first 30, 60, 90 days of operation. And once we're done with the implementation, this is where the seamless delivery comes in. So now you're going to be endorsed to our service delivery team, and the service delivery team will ensure that we have the right people for your business, that we have the right processes for your operations, and that we will have continuous innovation. So, our service delivery will ensure that there's always a value proposition and a value delivery and a value creation that's going to be given and delivered to your business over and over again. As we mentioned, your success is our promise. Now that there is a value proposition and a clear value uh, plan in terms of the delivery, then let's talk about how do we create this value for you. Well, obviously, it's about exceptional support. As I mentioned earlier, not only you're hiring a person or people for your business, you're actually hiring a company where you will have dedicated points of contacts. You will have a client experience manager that you can liaise with, right? You will know exactly who's your operations team, who's your talent acquisition specialist. You will know who's your HR specialist. You will know who's your IT person. It's like hiring a full company for a fraction of the cost of an employee. We will also give you a data and performance transparency, meaning you will have full transparency of your team data in periodic reports right at your fingertips. So we'll make sure that that comes into you. And not only that, The exceptional support comes with a 24 by 7 support. We are available whenever you need us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So now we've talked about value proposition. How do we create the value through value creation? And now we're going to be talking about a forward thinking. OnSpot House is about forward thinking. So we want to make sure that there's a value innovation for you, right? We know that for you to be able to grow, you have to be ahead of the curve. You have to be ahead of your competitors. And how do we do that? For us, we deliver a quarterly review for you. This is where our OnSpot House team will review your standards, will review your procedures, and will give you enhancement opportunities that we can work on together so that you will, succeed as a business. And we have an ideas lab. Okay, so ideas lab is basically accessible for all people in the organization, and the main goal is to drive value innovation for OnSpot and for our clients. So our goal is to get the best ideas out there, implement it for the benefit of everyone that we work with. Of course, we want to make sure that your intel is data driven. So we want to deliver data driven reports for clarity that should give you the story, and the story that you can actually tell for your business, for your investors, and for your people. And then once we have the forward thinking, then let's talk about the success roadmap. So we've outlined the success roadmap. Obviously, this will change depending on the type of business that you have. But in a nutshell, what you will get is a four-phase success roadmap that deals with a 90-day review upon implementation. You will have a 6-month review, which is the seed stage. Then you will have a yearly review, which is the growth phase. And then obviously you got a year two review, which is the investment phase. We're considering your business not only to be a startup, but we want to help you grow, right? We want to help you skyrocket in terms of the revenue and the sales. This is why we call it an incubator outsourcing. So now you probably might be asking, wow, these are all promising, but what really is OnSpot? Who is OnSpot? So it's about time for us to introduce the company and what we do. Um, OnSpot basically was a sales organization first before we become a business process management company. So why is that? We actually created OnSpot for the benefit of our own businesses so that all our businesses in the US gets consolidated in an outsourcing model to the Philippines to do the sales. But eventually, the people are delivering the number of sales that are beyond the expectations, and this resulted to the people that we know in New York and the East Coast area started contacting us and saying, hey, we want that too. And that is where it all started. We now became a full-scale business process management company. So let's take a look at OnSpot by the numbers. So we have serviced about 45 clients thus far. We've deployed more than 300 people overall. We've created an estimated value of about $30 million for our businesses, for our clients, for more than 2 years, right? That is driven through sales, multipliers, value innovation, value creation, and even more. And we have standardized operations for about 100 procedures for our clients during this span. Our baseline net promoter score is about 60%, meaning 60% of our client would actually rate us a 9 or 10 in terms of promoting us as a vendor. And our employees would likewise rate us 65%, which is almost world class. Our company has already had 15 startup businesses founded by our leadership team. So within the leadership team, we've founded about 15 companies in the past. Um, some of these companies are actually still outsourced to OnSpot. And if you're going to look at the combined years of leadership team in the outsourcing industry, you're talking about a century and more. That's how experienced we are. And the question is, why are we on business? Well, our vision is we aspire to deliver the most innovative and exceptional service marketplace experience to the best brands and best tribe in the world. Our purpose, we just want to make sure that our tribe's dreams and aspirations become reality through your success as a client, because we believe that our people are the heartbeat of the tribe, while you, the clients, are the lifeblood of the company. And our core values is at the center of it. It's the center of our guiding principles. Every single member of OnSpot Tribe will live and breathe the OnSpot core value. It's the foundation principles of the company. So, what are these core values? Well, we got six. First is we're people centric. We understand that the people are the heartbeat of our organization and everything is about the people. So, we prioritize the people first. Second is we work efficiently, fast, fast, fast. We understand that the game of startup, of entrepreneurship is all about the speed. We understand that. So we design all our systems not only to deliver the best quality, but to give you the most efficient speed delivery at all times. We also have extreme ownership, meaning every single deliverable in the organization, every single accountability has a name on it, and we own the results and everything else that goes in that part. We are also entrepreneurs. For us to be able to give you the type of service that you deserve as a startup, we need to be able to think like entrepreneurs. And the only way for us to do that is to build intrapreneurship within the company. Every single employee are encouraged to think like a business owner, an entrepreneur as we move along. And we go aim to beat yesterday. We want to make sure that we're 1% better every single day, all day. And at the end of the day, none of these core values, the first five, doesn't matter if we do not have the integrity. Basically, we do whatever we say we will do. So, what is on spot right now? We're operating in three locations. Obviously, our uh, main office is in New York. That's where it's founded. But a bulk of our operations are really in the Philippines, and we also have a few people in Costa Rica doing some marketing. So, what are our service offerings? Well, we have three major service offerings, which is called the resource services, the managed services, and the output services. Basically, the resource services, these are the type of services that talks about we deploy people to you, and you will have full control of your business, of your people. The managed services, these are customizable, meaning we will be responsible for your day to day, and we will deploy a leader to handle your service. Output services would basically be about shared services where you are probably going to be paying us on an hourly model or a transaction based pricing, depending on the agreement. So it's not going to be on an FTE model. Typically, this is going to be more expensive than the resource and the managed because of its fractional cost. Uh, but the way we do this is we deliver this through a shared services so that you, as a small business or probably a startup, can actually enjoy outsourcing for a fraction of the cost. So at the end of the day, our service offerings are going to be very, very flexible. Whatever you need, we got a solution for you. All we need to do actually is to talk to one another and come up with a solution and an option for you to start. So you're probably asking, why are we unique? Well, why are we unique? It's very, very simple. That's because we are a marketplace plus a BPO. So imagine Upwork, imagine Fiverr, and imagine BPO. You combine them together in the middle ground, that is on spot. This is why we are a value creation driven or outsourcing, because we bring the traditional expertise of outsourcing, we bring the flexibility of boutique outsourcing, we bring the expertise of traditional organizations, we bring the specialty of outsourcing, we bring the exceptional customer service, we bring the innovation of tech companies. And I did mention earlier that your people or our people becomes your people. This is why at the core of our principles is employee centric. And along with that, we want to make sure that we value our people. That's why we give them the best benefits that we can get. Not only do they get salaries and insurance and facilities for loans, they also get a healthcare, but there's a lot more really. There's a non-stop improvements as far as the type of benefit that we give our people. As far as people metrics are concerned, well, so far we've been doing very, very well. We got a 22% annual attrition, which is extremely low in the industry. If you outsource with a typical BPO or typical outsourcing company, you're probably going to be replacing your people every year. That's not the case in OnSpot. We also have a very, very strong 2 weeks of hiring timeline for entry level roles because we have a very, very strong pipeline for recruitment. We have a very high employee net promoter score, signifying employee happiness, and 80% of actually our new hires are referrals of the internal people. Earlier, I talked about the leadership team. So, this is who we are. We are a team of extremely hungry entrepreneurs from New York, Canada, and Philippines. And you will see here that we have a very diverse geo experience. You will also see that we have a very diverse industry experience. And you will see some of the logos that we have served in the past during our careers in the outsourcing industry for the past couple 20 years. So you would see very, very popular brands there, big brands really under our belt, and we know how to make these businesses work. So, what is our workplace backup? Well, outsourcing really is a flexible stuff, and we do operate in a remote model uh, for most part of the business. But we understand that even if we are a remote first organization, we do have partners, so that if you need us to come up with a site specific for your business, we have partners to spin the site in a very, very agile manner. And also, we give a lot of importance to business continuity. We understand that things happen. That's why our main priority is your continuity of business. Not only we want to make sure that we have the processes in place, but we have the partners. We also want to make sure that because we're operating remote, we have access to any hub areas where our people can actually just go ahead and work if something happens at home. Lee Kuan Yew said that if you deprive yourself of outsourcing, your competitors do not, you're basically putting yourself out of business. And I hope you understand that outsourcing is a superpower that was utilized by Singapore to become one of the highest GDP per capita country in the world. Outsourcing was their superpower. Would you like outsourcing to be your superpower as well? Well, we invite you. If you're ready to talk to us and partner with us, here are the contact information of the person who will be working with you, who will be helping you out in terms of setting up a business with us, and we will be happy to contact you, talk to you, go on a meeting with you at any time of your convenience, 24 by 7.